everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles and welcome to Ask Think episode number 92 for Monday, March 10th, 2014. Now, before we get on with the video, you guys want to know how many comments were on last week's video and who got the closest? There were 1,328 likes, and Julia Ann got the closest with 1,326 likes, only 2 off. That's great. Guys, let's see if we can go again for 1,000 likes. So pick up those chopsticks and poke that like button, all you noodlers. Before we get to the questions, I want to remind you to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer next week. Also, remember only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this video are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. And on to the questions, and the first one is from Widgie6, and she says, a lot of people are dying to ask you stuff. R.I.P. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people say, I've been dying to ask you, but since I answered their question, they aren't dying anymore, so I saved their lives, right? Nestor Laurel Agboon asks, think how long does it take you to read all of the questions? Well, you know, it used to take about 3 to 4 hours, but now that YouTube sort of deletes your guys' questions, it only takes me about 2 hours to go through all the questions and select them and order them. It's still a long time, and by the time I'm done with the gameplay in the background and the questions and doing the editing and everything, it's still about 4 hours per Ask Think video. 1999 Blue asks, how often do you wear your hat? You mean my straw hat from my my Minecon vlog video face reveal thing? You know, I wear it more in the summer. It's really not an appropriate winter hat. It does not keep your ears warm at all, I will tell you. So I haven't worn it much in the winter. I did wear it when I was on vacation, but yeah, I mean, if it's warm out, I'll wear it. Sarah Jane McCaffrey asks, why do you say if the comment on this Ask Think is closed on this video, did something happen on a previous Ask Think to make you say this? Well, the reason is because I close them at the end of each video, or when I'm making the next video. Once I've gotten all the questions out of it, I close those comments because, as you know, at this point, there are 92 Ask Thinks, and I don't want to have to look through each one because sometimes people will see the video and then they'll say, oh, he says ask a question, so I'll ask a question, and then they'll watch the most recent episode and like, you didn't answer my question, but I didn't look at Ask Think number 1 or number 7 or number 32 where they may have left that comment. So I always close the previous ones so that all of the questions are asked on the most recent one, so I'm looking in the right place. HJJ Minecraft asks, will you ever make a t-shirt shop? Yes, I do have a t-shirt shop already. The link is in the description. I do have one for the US now, the UK, and the EU. So those of you guys who are not in the US or Canada, I think is where the regular Spreadshirt shop puts things or sends things. You can now get them at least in the UK and the EU and maybe other countries. Check the links in the description to the Spreadshirt shops. He's Sung Ezekiel Son says, I just want to say thank you for your great videos. Right now, I'm going through so much with school, church, my personal life, and just a work overload. You're so much like a friend when I watch your videos. They're one of the only relaxations I get, and sometimes I don't have the time to watch, so thank you. Well, you're welcome, and that's what I'm here for. I am your friend Thinknoodles, and thank you so much for the compliments, and I'm glad to give you a release or just a relaxation. Calissa Diamond says, you've only been posting one video every day. What's going on? Well, Calissa, I've been doing that since November. When I came back from Minecon, one of the things that I learned from parents was that YouTube was kind of taking over their kids' lives a little bit too much for their taste, and it was affecting grades and stuff. So I thought, you know, I'm not gonna do 3 videos a day while kids are in school because that's not fair. Because you guys want to watch the stuff that I make, and it might take away from your studies, and that's really, really important. So I cut back to 1 to 2 videos a day at most during the week, you know, 2 videos on weekends, and when you guys come back, or when you guys go on vacation for summer and winter, I'll increase the amount. Rhiannon Bland asks, hey Thing, do you have a regular record and upload schedule? If yes, how do you make and stick to it? The reason I ask is because for college, they've recommended I have a revision/study schedule, and I am so unorganized and I can't seem to do it. Does it get easier with perseverance, or is there another way I can get my grades and have a life? Thanks, Think. Well, I mean, I do have a regular record and upload schedule for certain videos. Really, truthfully, the only video that I have on a set schedule is Ask Thing. It's always on Mondays. I always record and upload on Mondays for that. As far as other videos, I mean, I try to make sure I do at least one survival per week, one hexit per week, but I'm trying to do more of those, and then there'll be at least 2 hexits this week, maybe hopefully 2 survivals this week. I really, really want to, and I try to do, and I'm going to do at least 1 mod review per week. It's really hard for me to squeeze it all in, and it does take a lot of time, but with Ask Think, I've always kept it to a Monday, and I wish I could tell you it was really easy to stick to. The only reason I'm able to stick to it is because I've given you guys the expectation that it's going to be done. And if I don't do it, you guys will yell at me. So that's the way I stick to it, is because I know you guys are expecting it. So I do it for you to make sure that I follow through on the promise that I made you. If I just sort of kept it quiet that I kind of want to always do these on Mondays, I think I would let it slip to Tuesday and then Wednesday and then back to Monday. You know, I wouldn't keep it very straight. That's just the kind of person I am too. Just keep at it though. You might get it. X-Mex Games asks, how old is Kopi? She is 7 years old. Skip AJ asks, how long did it take you to become a partner on YouTube, and what subscriber amount did you have at the time? Well, I was able to get my partnership early through a partner network. I'd had about, I would say about a month to 6 weeks I'd had my YouTube account and I got partnered. That's because I already had a bunch of websites with an offline user base and my subscriber count was growing at the time. I only had about 100 subscribers, but the partner network partnered me because they saw my potential for growing subscribers and views. So they gave me partnership in advance, saying, we know that, you know, we have a feeling that your channel is going to grow, and we're going to partner you now in sort of, I guess, good faith that you're going to do well. And they were pretty smart, I have to say. Livy Silas Godfrey asks, can you animate? If you can you make animations? Noodle on. Nope, I can't. I'm terrible. I don't know how. I don't know anything about modifying rigs or anything like that. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff, like live streams that Bootstrap Buckaroo has done and things like that, and I just am terrible at it. That said, I do know some animators, and I'm still waiting for them to be free so that I can have them make me something. We'll see. Animators are very, very high in demand and very hard to come by, but eventually I will have an animation on my channel. It's a goal that I have for my channel that I've always wanted, is to have a parody video, at least one music video parody on my channel, and I will follow through with that. Jordan Cordell asks, do you like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter? If so, which one? If you like 2 or all 3, which one's your favorite? I definitely like all 3. As far as Star Wars, I like episodes 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I mean, 3 was better than 1 and 2, but 4, 5, and 6 are classics, and I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for those as the best episodes of Star Wars. Lord of the Rings, I love the books better than the movies, but the movies are very, very good. And of course, Harry Potter, I mean, 8 movies, 7 books, 8 movies, great series. I don't think I could pick a favorite out of the 3. I love them all. Puppy Master 22 said, did you watch the Oscars? If yes, did you think DiCaprio should have won instead of McConaughey? Or did you think he did a good job in the Dallas Buyers Club? Also, did you think Ellen was funny? Well, first of all, I haven't seen The Wolf, and I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club. Sorry. And I don't really watch awards shows. I was talking to my wife about this on the day of the Oscars, and I was like, everybody's excited about the Oscars, but I don't watch those. I don't watch the Grammys unless there's a performer that I really want to see, and I just watched the performance. I don't know why. Award shows just don't do it for me. I don't really know why. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, Ellen is she is funny, so I'm sure she was funny as a host, although that's always an awkward position for, you know, to MC one of these award shows. It is tough, even for a comedian like her who's very experienced. It is always tough, and sometimes the jokes don't go over well, even if the person's funny, but I assume she was pretty funny. And as far as DiCaprio versus McConaughey, I heard a lot about DiCaprio's performance from people who have seen The Wolf of Wall Street, and they said it was amazing. So I mean, I would probably have to lean toward DiCaprio, but again, haven't seen either one yet, and I can't be the judge. Carrie-Anne of Manlove asks, have you ever been to France? And if so, did you eat snails? Yes, I have been to France a couple of times, and yes, I have eaten escargot. Butterfly ST11 asks, how long is your wife's hair, like in feet or inches or some kind of measurement? Well, now it is regular length. I mean, it's like shoulder length. She likes to keep it, I guess, around her shoulders. A little bit off of her shoulders, actually, now that she's cut it. But when it was crazy long, I mean, she is 5'2", and when she let her hair down and it wasn't braided, it touched the ground. So, I mean, I guess from the back of her head, I would say it was right about 5 feet long. Rainbow Star 140 asks, where do you keep Kopi's giant supply of dog treats? They're in the closet because if we leave them out, Kopi will just whine and cry and bark at us until we give them to her. So all of the giant supply of dog treats are in the closet where she can't really get to them, and it doesn't annoy her because she can't. I mean, she can smell them, but she knows they're there and she can't access them, so she leaves us alone. Sheena1234 Ization asks, do you like my new account picture? I had the troll for ages. Yes. She had the troll for, I gotta say, almost 2 years. She posts comments on almost every single one of my videos, so I recognize her username, of course, along with the troll picture, and she added the Thinknoodles on top, so yes, I love it. Cool Rock Boy 3 says, will you try making Cookie Clicker Let's Play? Well, you know, I've played it once on my computer, and I have the app on my iPhone, and I don't really play it that much on the computer. Obviously, I play that one time, but the app I open every once in a while, like maybe a couple times a day, do some clicking, but I don't think a Let's Play on it would would be that entertaining, I have to be honest. Nathaniel Noel asks, will they ever have PSA missions again on Club Penguin? Well, here's the thing. I don't think so, because, well, you may not know this. If you go to clubpenguin.com, www.clubpenguin.com, not the play.clubpenguin.com, if you go, man, there's a certain spot on there, I think it's under fun stuff. You can access the PSA missions and play them. Of course, you can't play them with your penguin because you can't log in to play it, and you won't get the medals or the. What did you get for beating them? I can't even remember now. But you don't get the accomplishment trophies, I guess, for completing them. But you can still play them. You can still complete them. But I don't think they're going to add any more because they had the PSA missions, and then they came out with the EPF. But the PSA missions were still there in the time machine. And then once we had like some of the, you know, Operation Hot Sauce and stuff, they pulled the PSA missions out of the EPF, put them on the regular part of the website. So they're slowly getting pushed further and further back. So I don't think they're going to have any other PSA missions. I'm sorry. I know they are awesome. Jerry Potter asks, do you use Forge to install the mods for your mod review? If yes or no, how do you install them? Yes, I do. All the mods so far that I've put on are Forge-based mods. Bobby Chavez asks, can we make mod suggestions for Thinks Lab? Yes, 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 please, please do. I have a hard time thinking of what to do and what you guys might like and ways to make them creative. And I just find myself fumbling and bumbling until I come across something. So if you guys could make suggestions, that would be amazing. That would really help me out. And I'm gonna start. I keep intending to, but when I ask you guys to like the video and name your minion, or try and name your minion so you're one of the lucky commenters, I keep intending to say also, please make suggestions for future mod reviews, and also, you know, give me some feedback on this mod review, because all of the comments just say, I want my minion to be this, and there's no real feedback or suggestions for future mod reviews. So I would really, really appreciate it and love it if you guys could do that for me. Jesse is a messy ass. Think in your Jurassic Park video, who did the voice for the helicopter pilot? All the voices were me. I worked really hard on that video. And if you guys haven't seen it, I think it's one of the videos I'm most proud of on my channel. I mean, you know, my Draw My Life is still my Draw My Life, and you know, that's still a really special video. But as far as Minecraft videos, I think it's the one I'm most proud of so far. It was on Saturday. It'll be in the outro if you guys want to check it out. It's the dinosaur one, and you can just click it and stuff and check it out. But yeah, that voice was me. I did Alan, and I was wondering if people would figure out. Some people figured it out, and some people asked who it was. So, yep, they were all me. Fern River 1120 asked, think in the survival games, when you spawn your wolf, you exploded shortly after. How did that happen? I have no idea. I think it may have been something with the game maker, or it could have been a bug in the game. I mean, the game maker could have dropped, because, you know, the game maker can do the mob spawning, and if they drop a bunch of creepers on you and they all blow up, they will kill you no matter how much armor you have, because there's like 5 of them that would drop right on your head. So it could have been just a coincidence. Waddle D says, hey, think when you really think about Minecraft, food seems kind of weird and gross. If you had to eat one of the following, what would you eat? A, raw chicken, B, raw fish, C, rotten flesh, D, spider eye, or E, plain salt, just salt, an entire jar. Yeah, not gonna eat a jar of salt for sure. You know what I would eat? And it doesn't seem that weird. The rest of them are, but raw fish, it's just sushi, right? I mean, come on. It is. So yeah, I would eat B. Albiere Zamora says, hey, think who won the Core Games tournament? Well, I guess it was a week ago Sunday. So I guess 8 days ago. And the winner was Silly Zippy. You guys probably saw it in the live stream that I finally got uploaded. I don't know, Twitch was having real problems uploading it to my channel, so it took a couple of days. But yeah, it was Silly Zippy, and they did a great job, and the tournament went over really well, and the server handled everyone. It was awesome. Maggie Torkildson asks, why aren't your survivals videos coming out as frequently, or is it just me? Well, it depends on what you're comparing it to. During the summer when I was playing a lot of mini games, I think my survival videos were like once every 2 weeks. But no, I try to get them out at least once a week. I really want to get them twice a week because I know you guys love them. But sometimes other videos get in the way, and sometimes I just have so much, I guess, off-camera work to do that it takes a little bit longer for me to get them out. But I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Holly Vega asks, are you using a mod pack for Things Lab? If yes, which one, such as FTB, Hexit, etc.? Nope, I'm not really using a mod pack. I mean, I guess I kind of am using my own, like, Thinks mod pack, which is just a group of base mods that I always use in all my videos for Things Lab, and those would be Optifine, not enough items, and damage indicators. Those are the 3 that are in, you know, every mod review. Those are sort of the base mods that are always on because, you know, I use them for various things like, you know, Optifine optimizes the performance, lets me zoom in. Not enough items helps me find things, and also it does that when I hover over a block. It tells you what it is, and then damage indicators tells me how much health and a little bit about the mobs that may or may not show up in each mod. Real Gaming Access, think, how come you have your Minecraft FPS limited to 60? Why not up it so you can get even more? Well, I could, I mean, depending on the video and what I'm recording, I mean, Hexit obviously isn't going to go much above 90, but, you know, the reason I do it is, my recording software only records 60 frames per second. So if I'm exceeding that to like 120 or 150, whatever it may be, there's really no benefit to it. And also my monitor's refresh rate is 60 hertz as well. So if it's going at, like, let's say 100 hertz, there's going to be screen tearing because the refresh rate on my screen is only 60 and the frame rate is not a multiple of 60. And it's just, it's a bit silly, but that's what'll happen. I'll have screen tearing through the middle of the screen. I don't know if it would record that, but it's annoying when I look at it. So I keep it at 60 because I get no real benefit to it. And also, by limiting it to 60, it puts less stress on my processor and graphics card so that I get a really, really smooth recording with no stutter or skips or anything like that that might be detectable if I was maxing out my CPU or my video card and then something, you know, some rendering issue came in for whatever reason and the FPS might drop because it was, I don't know, overpowering my processor or something. It just keep it at 60 and it stays at a constant 60 and everything is nice and smooth and my fan doesn't turn on and things just seem to work better that way. Real the Bomb 428 says, hey, think on the core, you think you're getting even more maps for the core games? If so, will they be downloaded or built? Yes, we are working on more and more maps as quickly as the build team can do it. But we won't be downloading any maps. All the maps on the core will be custom original maps at all times. Super Lolgal 555 says, for diversity, why don't you use that audio and put it over a Hunger Games or something like you do in your Ask Thinks? Well, as you guys may know, if you're watching my diversity series, I lost a bit of footage. Actually, the whole arena battle thing. I don't know what happened with my recorder. This is very rare that something like that happens, but it did. And I have the audio, but not the video. And the thing is, though, putting the Ask Think audio over gameplay works because I'm just talking about something that isn't gameplay related, and it doesn't have to be related to what's in the background. The thing about the diversity is it's specific to what's happening in the game. You know, there are creepers coming and I'm yelling at the creepers or the witches or whatever, and it's just not gonna make sense with the gameplay in the background and no one's gonna know what's going on. It's not gonna make sense. It's a good suggestion though. King Limburg says, think for your AFK fish farm, when you click caps lock when you're in your fish farm, is the caps button supposed to keep clicking? It doesn't work for me. I don't know if you are supposed to hold the button or keep clicking. When I set it, all I do is click the caps lock so that the light comes on and it just keeps going. You don't have to keep clicking it, but you just got to make sure that your mouse is in the right place. You're pointing out the door, and then you just hold on to it and it'll keep, you know, smacking, I guess. And then when the door opens, it'll pick up the fish and all that stuff. So yeah, and a recast. But yeah, you just put the light on. You don't have to keep clicking the caps lock button. That defeats the purpose. Baruch Ginsburg said, I saw you while I was playing Hunger Games and it was awesome. But my question is, I saw Kopi_Noodles. Was that a disguise? Nope. No, that is actually a player in that plays on the core games and is a fan, obviously. I mean, it's got Kopi and Noodles in it. And I tried to team with them in an episode of the core games, but didn't work out. Lego MG said, you said streaming on Twitch was so hard on your live stream. Why couldn't you use the Minecraft in-game Twitch streaming feature? Well, it's not hard. It's just complicated. There are a lot of things you have to set up, and it goes the same for the Minecraft in-game Twitch streaming as well, where you have to mess with your audio settings. Mostly, that's the hardest part about streaming. But the reason I don't use the Minecraft in-game Twitch streaming is because it will only stream at 360p, and being a partner on Twitch, I'm able to stream at 720p, and I like to give the good quality. So yeah, the quality on the in-game streaming just isn't there, and that's why. Rockstar408 asks, will you be doing any more hide and seek episodes? Yes, I know that they've changed maps or added 2 maps and changed some of the old ones, so I definitely will be doing more hide and seek. Jonathan Cervantes asks, how do you download an adventure map? Because I really want to play the drop with my friend, but we don't know how. Can you help? Well, I mean, as far as downloading an adventure map, it's pretty easy. You go get the map and just drop it in your Minecraft saves folder where your regular saves are, and you open it up. Now, as far as playing with your friend, that's a little more complicated because if you're not in the same house, you can't do open to LAN. because you'll be on different lands. So you'd have to get a server to play that map on, and that gets a lot more complicated. Brooke Tucker said, if you could be any hostile mob, what would it be? I would be an Enderman so I could teleport. Huh, that's an interesting question. I think I would be the Wither. I think so because to me, I think he is the most difficult mob to beat. I don't know whether he's the most difficult mob to beat, but he's the most nerve-wracking mob to beat because if he gets away, you're scared about where he's going to go and what he's going to do. And I don't know. I think it would be fun to be a Wither flying around, destroying everything. And I don't know. I think it would be fun. Annabeth Loves Percy One says, what if I told you someone's entire channel was dedicated to just nightlights? I have no idea, but I love your avatar, and that's why I chose this question, because that avatar is amazing. Laurel Glover says, what is your favorite football team? A, Seahawks. B, Seahawks. C, Seahawks. And Happy Nugget adds, D, not Seahawks. Well, I guess I would have to choose D, even though Laurel said that wasn't one of the choices, and I do like the New Orleans Saints. Lindsay Alizna says, which video sounds most interesting and you would make? A chicken pooping diamonds. B, a crazy guy jumping on a trampoline and breaking it. C, a crazy craft series. Or D, happiness noodle Eva animation. If I could animate, I would love to do the happiness noodle ever animation. Minecraft MC Girl says, on a scale from 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? That's a really great question, and it makes a ton of sense. Totally understand this question. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, my favorite color on the alphabet would be about a 7. Yeah, it would be 7. All right, guys, that is it for this week's Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your question in the comments below, and also grab those chopsticks and poke that like button. We need to get at least 1,000 likes. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, Nulan!